Is the biggest aviation mystery of all time, the disappearance of Malaysian Airlines flight MH370, about to be solved?
I get goosebumps because I feel this is it.
How can you lose a jetliner? How can it vanish in thin air?
A new trace, the full MH370 story so far. A story of hope, truth, and redemption. On the quiet night of March 8, 2014, Malaysia Airlines flight MH370 departed from Kuala Lumpur bound for Beijing. The passengers on board were a mix of business professionals, families, and students, each with dreams, hopes, and aspirations. Captain Amir Rahman, an experienced and dedicated pilot, sat confidently in the cockpit alongside his co-pilot Fed Khalid. Little did anyone know that this journey would become one of the greatest mysteries in aviation history. Roughly an hour into the flight, something went terribly wrong. The aircraft suddenly veered off its planned course, communication was lost, and it disappeared from radar. As the world woke up to the news of MH370's disappearance, panic, confusion, and desperation filled the hearts of families waiting for their loved ones. For years, the world searched for answers. Countries collaborated, experts analyzed data, and deep-sea missions were launched to locate the missing plane. But MH370 seemed to have vanished without a trace. Conspiracies arose, ranging from hijacking to government cover-ups, yet none provided closure. Then, a decade later, a breakthrough changed everything. In a small coastal village in Madagascar, a fisherman named Rahim stumbled upon a large, rusted piece of metal washed ashore. Curiosity led him closer, and as he wiped away the sand, his heart skipped a beat. A fragment of the Malaysia Airlines logo was faintly visible beneath the barnacles. Rahim immediately reported the discovery to authorities, and within hours, experts confirmed it was part of the missing MH370 aircraft. The news spread like wildfire. After 10 years of searching, a new trace had finally been found. Soon after, investigators uncovered more wreckage pieces, leading them to a remote location deep in the Indian Ocean. This discovery reignited hope. Families of the passengers, who had spent years in anguish, felt a mix of emotions, grief, relief, and the burning need for truth. Among those determined to uncover the full story was Maya Chin, a journalist whose father had been aboard MH370. For years, she had fought against the world's indifference, demanding continued efforts to find the plane. Now, with new evidence, she saw an opportunity to bring justice. Maya joined an independent research team dedicated to solving the mystery once and for all. They studied satellite data, ocean currents, and possible human intervention scenarios. Slowly, a clearer picture emerged. One key piece of evidence was a handwritten note found inside a recovered passenger suitcase. It read, "If anyone finds this, know that we fought till the end." This single sentence sent chills through Maya. It suggested that the passengers had been aware of their fate. But how? As more wreckage was analyzed, an unsettling theory gained credibility. The aircraft had not crashed due to mechanical failure, it had been deliberately diverted. Someone on board had taken control. But who? And why? Deep within government archives, a retired air traffic controller named Johan Eskander held a secret that could change everything. For years, he had been silenced, threatened, and told to forget what he saw that night. But now, seeing the world's determination to find the truth, his conscience weighed heavy. Johan knew that MH370 had sent out a distress signal, but it had been ignored. He also knew that certain agencies had detected the plane's new path, yet failed to act. Faced with the moral dilemma, Johann made a decision. He would no longer remain silent. He reached out to Maya. With trembling hands, he handed over a classified document. "This is what they didn't want you to know," he whispered. The document detailed military radar detections of MH370 changing direction multiple times, suggesting that authorities had more information than they admitted. But why had they remained silent? Was it negligence, or was there something more sinister at play? Maya published her findings, sparking a worldwide reaction. Governments were forced to address the long-standing questions. International pressure mounted, demanding full transparency. Some leaders denied involvement, while others promised reinvestigations. Yet Maya soon realized that uncovering the truth came at a price. Powerful individuals attempted to discredit her, claiming she was fabricating stories. Mysterious threats followed, warning her to stop. But she refused to back down. One evening, she received an anonymous email with GPS coordinates. It claimed to pinpoint the location of MH370's final descent. Despite the risks, she coordinated a private expedition to the location. After weeks of searching, the impossible happened. Sonar images revealed the remains of MH370 at the ocean's bottom. The wreckage was largely intact, raising even more questions. Had the plane been deliberately submerged? A year after the discovery, an international tribunal was held. Testimonies, including Johann's confession, exposed the failures and cover-ups. It became clear that MH370 had been a victim of both human intervention and bureaucratic negligence. But in the end, what mattered most was the closure it provided to the families. Though they still grieved, they finally had answers. Memorials were built in honor of the lost souls, and Maya's relentless pursuit of truth became a symbol of justice. Johann, now freed from his guilt, spent his remaining years advocating for aviation transparency, ensuring that no other family would suffer such agony. As for Maya, she continued her work as a journalist, knowing that the world would always need someone willing to fight for the truth, no matter the cost. Truth always finds a way. No matter how deeply buried, the truth has a way of emerging. Courage in the face of adversity, standing up for what is right, often comes with risks, but integrity is worth more than fear. Never give up on justice. Even when hope seems lost, persistence can bring light to the darkest mysteries. MH370 may have been lost, but the world learned a valuable lesson: never stop seeking the truth.